Hey family, welcome back to my channel, Healing for Destiny. Y'all, I'm coming back with part 2 of the video I just did yesterday. You are the good thing. Like I was telling y'all, this word is way too rich. I couldn't put it all in one video. It's just so much that God gave me concerning this word, and it's for somebody in this season. So I had to break this up and come back with part 2 and give y'all the rest of this word, because God is speaking to somebody and I'm here to deliver it exactly how he needs me to deliver it. So we going right back into this message. So the question that God is asking you, my sisters, women, all of us, this is what he's asking. What standards are you setting for your life? What are these things that you're doing in your life? What are you coming into agreement with? You know, the funny thing about this, when we're talking about, you know, us as women being the good thing, you know your worth, know who you are. The funny thing about that is, I'm sure for a lot of women, you know, we struggle with insecurities. We struggle with these things behind closed doors. But for a lot of women, you can say like, oh, I know that I'm that girl. I know that I deserve this. I know that I deserve better. I know that I'm worth more than that. I know that I think it's easy for a lot of women to say that. I think probably 90% of women can say that and can speak that. But God is saying, do you believe that? I know that you can say that. I know that you want to believe that, but do you really believe that? Do you, like, what are you doing in your life that reflects that? What standards are you setting in your life? What are you doing? What are you doing differently? How are you changing these things that you went through? How are you perceiving it? How are you looking at it? Are you even doing the things that I told you to do? Are you doing the things that I called you to do? Do you really believe it? See, we could say this all day long. Oh, I know this. I know this. I know I'm that girl. I ain't about to let this fool or this clown say this or do this or make me feel this way. But do you really believe it? Are you really coming into agreement? Are you really coming into agreement with that? Do you truly believe these things about yourself? Do you truly know that you are worthy? That's what God is saying. Do you know that? Do you know that? Does the language that you speak even every day, does the language that you speak over yourself, does that align with you believing that? The language, is the language that you speaking over yourself reflecting that? What about these thoughts? What about when you find yourself in these thoughts, when you find yourself, you know, thinking about these things from the past, when you find yourself, you know, sitting there feeling sorry for yourself? Do those thoughts align with the fact that you are worthy, that you are valuable, that you are that girl, that you are the good thing? This is what God is saying to somebody right now. And then, y'all, I got to share this because Holy Spirit told me to bring this up. To bring this up to as a reminder to somebody today, to one of my sisters today. When Boaz found Ruth, let's stop right there. Keyword, found. Let's start right there. Let's start with that. When Boaz found Ruth, keyword, he found her. He found her. What was Ruth doing when Boaz found her? What was Ruth doing? This is what God is saying. What are you doing? There's things that I told you to get up and do that you're not even doing. God said it's time for you to get into purpose. It's time for you to go after that vision that I have given you. God said, what are you doing? I told you to go start taking those real estate classes. I told you to go back to school. I told you to go start that business. I told you to just write the vision. I didn't even tell you to go do all this other stuff. You overwhelmed because you're trying to put so much on your plate. God said, I just need you to take it step by step. Start with the vision. Start with the vision that you have for your business. God said, what you doing with this book? I told you to go start this book months ago. I told you to go start this book months ago. God said, what are you doing? Get into purpose. It's time to get up and go. When Boaz found Ruth, what was Ruth doing? Ruth was working. She was working, y'all. She was in the fields. She was producing. She was working. And when she was in the fields, She was working. She wasn't sitting around. She wasn't sitting around twiddling her thumbs. She wasn't sitting around in her misery, because see, Ruth could have been in her misery, y'all. Ooh, y'all catch this word that God is speaking to you today. Remember, Ruth lost all of that stuff. She lost her husband. She lost all of that. She lost her whole life. Remember, that's why she was following her mother-in-law. She submitted to a life of following her mother-in-law. So she didn't have that. She didn't have a relationship. She didn't have a man. She didn't have that. That life was gone. But she was working. She wasn't sitting around waiting on somebody to come see her worth and see her value, to tell her who she was. She wasn't sitting around for somebody to come save her. She wasn't sitting around for somebody to come tell her she's beautiful. She wasn't sitting around in these negative thoughts. Sitting around, sitting on gifts and talents and not doing anything with it. No, she was working. She was working in the fields. God said, are you working? Are you working on the things? Are you doing the things that I called you? God said, I called you for somebody. I called you. I told you what to do. I told you to get up and go and get in purpose. I told you to start the YouTube channel. I told you that I want you to start working in your community. I told you that I want you to go to this place. God said, are you moving? Are you working? And when Boaz found Ruth, y'all, please catch this. Please catch this. When Boaz found Ruth, what did he say? He stopped. He took a second look. He said, who is that? Who is that? Y'all, I'm paraphrasing, but if you don't believe what I'm saying, you can go read it for yourself in the word. This is in the word of God. He said, who is that? God said, this is for somebody right now. God said, while you sitting over here worried about these men from your past, these fools, these clowns from your past, these clowns that you still trying to attach yourself to, God said, I will cause a man to break his neck for you, to come find you, to come send for you. What are you saying? What are you saying? Boaz said, who is that? He went to go send for her. He went to pull her out of the fields, to come into the palace, to come live good. God said, what are you saying? What are you talking about? This is how I need you to see yourself. I need you to get out there and work and know that I am the type of God that is going to send somebody to send for you. You don't have to sit around proving your worth. You don't have to sit around proving your value. All you got to do is mind your business. All you got to do is get into purpose. All you got to do is get out there in the fields and do what I told you to do. Start putting your hands to the plow. Start putting your hands to things. Start working on the vision. The dream that I gave you, it's not too big. God said it's not too big. Get up and go after your dreams. Get up and go do that thing that I called you. And I promise you, as long as you out there in the fields, as long as you doing what I told you to do, as long as you're doing what I told you to do in my will, for my glory, God said, I will send for you. I will have a man breaking his neck to come see about you, to come find you, to come pull you up. My God. Because he sees that you are the good thing. Because you are the good thing. That takes me back to the point of this video. You are the good thing. My God, this is what God is saying to somebody today. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. You done sat around. You done cried about this way too long. You done nursed these old wounds over and over again. You done tried to make sense about these situations. God said, I don't even need you to be focusing on that. Don't focus on these fools, these clowns, these men. God said, get up and work. Get up and move. God said, a lot like these things that I've taken you through, these situations that I've taken you through, I need you to start becoming the woman that I've called you to be. I need you in order for me to send these things to you. God said, I know the desires that you have. God said, do you not know that I know that you want companionship? I know that you want a family. God gave me this to speak on. You know, this is why we gotta focus on. We got to see the enemy for what he is, because you know the devil is the type of devil that paints a picture, right? He's the type of devil that will put these thoughts in your mind, like thoughts of loneliness, you know, like social media. You get on social media, you see all these good, it seems like all these good things happening for all these other people getting married, people starting families, having kids, starting their businesses, all this other stuff. And the devil will paint that type of stuff. He will put that stuff in front of your face to make you feel like, see, look, you missing out. You missing out. Look at all this other stuff. See, this is why you need to just settle. This is why you need to just, or that's why you need to go back to that old part. You need to just settle for that. You ain't never gonna have this. You know, he will put time, time on your mind. Like, it's taking too long. God, it's taking too long for you to send these good things for me. It's taking too long for me to have these things. He will use all these. That's what the devil does. That's his plan. That's his scheme. That's his strategy. To put a picture in your mind. Make you think that it's taking too long. Make you think that all these other good things is happening for everybody else, but it's not happening for you. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. God said, I am a restorer. I am a restorer. I am a restorer. Don't you know that I will restore the time? Don't you know that I will restore the time that you wasted on these fools? You wasted on these situations, these relationships that wasn't for you? Don't you know that I will make it as if you never lost these years? Don't you know that I will make it as if you never cried these tears? That you never been in this pain? That you never been in this misery? Don't you know that? This is what God is speaking to somebody right now. So I need you to get your mind and your focus off of that. Stop letting the devil beat you up and tear you down with all these things. Stop letting the devil giving him a foothold to put loneliness on your mind, to make you think that you're not valued, to make you think that you're not good enough because of all these things that you done gone through. God said, I need you to get out in the fields. I need you, and God said, I need you. See, we be so worried about the plans and the good things and all of that. God said, but I need you to get a mindset that can handle the increase, that can handle the abundance, that can handle the marriage. God said, how you trying to get married and you got all this trauma on you? You still holding on to unforgiveness. You still got this trauma. God said, you need to heal. I need you to heal. I need you to get in this word and understand your identity. I need you to get in this word and really know who you are. I need you to move. I need you to move on what I tell you to do. How are you looking to receive these things that you wouldn't even be able to handle it? You cannot handle this place that you are at right now. You cannot handle the things that I have for you. You cannot handle this next level. You got to deal with this stuff now. You got to deal with this stuff here. God said, I just need you to heal. I need you to deal with this stuff. I need you to trust me. I need you to get into a relationship with me. I need you to have intimacy with me so I can begin to pull these things up, uproot these things, show you who you really are. See, you thought that you were this. You let the world tell you that you was this. You let the world tell you that you were rejected. You let the world tell you that you wasn't good enough. You let these people that walked out of your lives, that walked out on you, determine who you are. God said that's not who you are. That's not who you are. And I don't care what you went through. That's the thing that I love about God, y'all. That's the thing that I love about God. Like, when you look back over your life, the stain from the past, the stain from all the things that you've gone through, it's like, okay, this is the evidence. This is the evidence. So I can't see anything else outside of this because this is all I know. This is all I saw. But that's the type of God that don't y'all know that we serve a God that's like, when you come in me, when you get into relationship with me, when you understand that you are chosen, when you understand that you are accepted by me, all of that is erased. All of that is no more. You don't have to hold on to that life. You don't have to keep sitting in that. You have a new life. God said, that's the thing that I love about God, because in our natural minds, the stuff that we see, that's what it is. This is the evidence. This is what it is. But God said, no, that's what faith is all about. Faith is the things that you don't see. You got to have faith. You got to have faith in me. You have to have faith that I'm going to shift things. You have to have faith that I have a plan for you. You have to have faith in the word, in my word, in the truth that I'm speaking to you. I tell you that I have a plan for you. I tell you that I have a future for you. I have a future for you. I have prosperity for you. I have blessings for you. God said, but when you come on this side, you got a new life. You ain't got to keep holding on to that stuff. You ain't got to keep coming into agreement with that. You ain't got to keep letting the devil beat you upside your head and make you come into agreement with those things. My God. My God. My God, I see why God wanted me to hold off on this word, because it needed to come just like this. It needed to come just like this, because I know that this is going to encourage somebody. I know that this is going to shift somebody's mind today. I love y'all so much. I hear Holy Spirit telling me to wrap it up right there. And so I'm going to be obedient. I love y'all so much, so much. Please replay this video if you need to replay it. Keep going back and to remind yourself. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Y'all come in the comments. Blow the comments up. Let me know how y'all feel about this word. Let me know if you coming into agreement with what God is speaking to you today. I love y'all. I will see you in the next video.